Well, hey everybody, I'm Jan Erickson from Stepping Aside, and welcome to As Above, So Below for Thursday, the 27th day of October 2022, my youngest son's 40th birthday. Happy birthday to you. Um, I've as I said in Monday's video, I'm doing this ahead of time because I'm feeling okay today, but I'm doing this up and down business, and so I just didn't want to not do a video. So, because I didn't do one on Thursday of last week, I could hardly get up and do anything, and the fatigue was bad, and I was coughing, and it was awful, and so um, I just rested and drank a lot of tea and took my echinacea and all of that, and my I make all of my own tinctures, and so it's very rare that I buy anything, and so I had already made up a bunch of echinacea, and so I have plenty of that, and then I did some wild cherry bark tincture for my cough, and that helped a great deal. I held off on the Breathe Easy tea that I buy because it tends to make me a little hyper. And so, and if I drink it too late in the day, I don't sleep. And so I get monkey mind. So anyway, I went ahead and I've been drinking it. I drank it for the other video, and I'm going to finish it probably with this one, but it makes me breathe better. So, and then maybe I don't cough as much. So anyway, like I did with the last one, I went ahead and I drew the cards. I've not drawn the runes, however, so let's go ahead and do that. I hope you're all doing well. I'm not a good sick person. I don't like it. Generally speaking, if I get the flu, I seem to want to get up and clean my house, which makes me stay sicker longer. So I don't know. I'm not, for me to rest, it's not me. So anyway, I hope you're all doing better than I am, and hopefully I'm on the mend, and hopefully my husband's on the mend. He's actually doing better than I am, but then he's going up and down too. So, well, here we have Vunyo for the rune today. From the Elder Futhark, the above side of As Above, So Below. And here we're talking about fellowship and joy and happiness and success. So at least we know what the above side of things is. Let's take a look, though, at I got this candle for my birthday. It's really pretty. And it smells really good, So I thought I would burn that here for a while. I like to change up from time to time. Let me see, what do I have? Okay, I have Fortuna Minor. So you've got Fortuna Major and Fortuna Minor. Major is more of like a windfall. The success at the end of a bunch of work and all of that. This is progressive success. And so it's like baby steps. It sometimes, I've said this before, it'd be like if you're working with a contractor or a business where you have a long-term thing they're doing for you. And so you're going to have progress billings along the way because they have to pay their staff, right? And they can't wait, for 6 months to get paid on something. And so it would be where you would do a portion of it and get paid, a portion of it and get that kind of thing. But it's also success that is, again, more progressive in nature, where in a way you're building, say you have again a business and you're building the clientele. You're not just starting out with 1,000 clients. It takes a while to build that up, and so you're very cognizant of everything that you need to do. And to keep that the business growing and all of that. So it's that kind of energy. And so the joy and fellowship it takes to make that happen, really. Now, again, though, with respect to that, we begin with the Two of Swords. And here we see a woman blindfolded, her arms crossed, holding a sword in each hand. She's sitting with her back to the water on a stone bench. And again, I've talked about this before. Whenever I see it's like a double line here. I know it looks like just one, but really there's two, and a little space in between. I look at that as a line of demarcation between this is now and that's then, or that type of energy, where you're, here there was some emotion that went on and it's starting to settle out, and now she needs to make a decision that is more dispassionate, and that's why she's got the blindfold on. So I just realized I forgot to do the I'll do it at the end. I forgot to do the esoteric influences. I'll do that at the end though. My God, what did I forget? Well, but here, this is also about peace and duality and integrity. It can indicate a stalemate, and again, where you need to get away and turn your back to emotion. The water element is emotions, and so you have to turn your back to that sometimes. Sometimes, you want to let your heart guide your way. But sometimes, maybe it's not so realistic. And so you've got to turn it all off and turn your back to it and give it no mind and think about something from a more rational or realistic way and make your decision from there. There's something new about it because you've got the maiden moon there. But 2 is about balance and love and reciprocity and a balanced energy exchange with one another. So whatever is going on that is bringing you, and say there's something about a business and you're building that business, or you're building some experience or something, you have to make a decision about it, and you can't let emotion get in the way of it. The other 2 cards are from the suit of wands, and wands is about the fire element, whereas again, swords is about the air element. And with wands, you're talking about the will, expression of will. You're talking about creativity, but making and new opportunities and things like that. But here with the 7 of wands, we're standing our ground. It's about courage. It's about success, honor, confrontation, but realistically getting above it all, understanding what you're dealing with. So it could be then that the 2, excuse me, as you can see, the 2 could be you're having to make some kind of dispassionate decision, and we really could put that in the middle and begin with this, where you're standing your ground. Excuse me. You're standing your ground, and you're weighing out, you're getting above it all, and you're looking at something objectively. That all this stuff that's coming in on you, you got to make a decision about it that can create a lot of emotion, right? So you turn your back to it and you make some kind of a decision going forward. And the reason why I talk about this in terms of opportunity is not just because of the Fortuna Minor Geomancy rune, but because of the 2 of wands. Now here you have a man really creating a doorway into new experiences. You see 1 wand affixed to the top of the, this is probably a bridge. It could be the top of a building. But he's looking out over the ocean. He's got the other wand or staff in his hand. And he's holding a globe. Now, he's a merchant, likely, given his clothing. He's probably a merchant, a man of means, but a businessman of some kind. And he's trying to make a decision about where he's going to go. What are his next steps? And so you're looking at balanced energy or will with the 2 wands here. But you're looking at options. You're looking at potential wealth, the doorway to new experiences and opportunities with the 2 of wands. And so maybe something has come your way with Vunyo where you're happy about what's happening. Some new opportunities are coming your way. They may be progressive. Maybe you've built your experience along the way and now you're being rewarded with new opportunities. But there are things that you've got to think about, and you've got to stand your ground on some of it, and make some decisions here that are going to be best in terms of the 2 and what kind of a choice you're going to make here. So there's really choices involved in all three cards here. Most specifically, we think about it in terms of swords, but we have to look at the situation that we're dealing with, because maybe this is going to take you to a new location. And so you've got all these things to consider, like where are we going to live? What schools are the kids going to go to, maybe? Or how are we going to get the money together to do this? And what kinds of things do we need to be thinking about? And so in a sense, with standing your ground here, in a way, it's confronting all of the obstacles that maybe, or at least all of the things you need to think about when you're then going and making the choice that you need to make with both twos, I guess we could say. So I guess also with the 7, it could also mean that you're having the courage to look at the obstacles in front of you. What are the barriers to success? What are the things you need to do to accomplish this doorway that's opening for you? Again, you've gone and maybe Vunio and Fortuna Major, maybe this is about you've graduated from college or a training program or apprenticeship program or some kind of thing that's given you more opportunities in your life. You've gotten your skill set together and you're ready to move on. And there may be some obstacles in the way that you have to confront with the 7. You may need to make some decisions dispassionately where you're not letting emotion get in the way of it all. But when you do that, then you can look out over the expanse and say, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to walk through that door into new opportunities and new success. Overall, we're looking at an 11 numerology for the cards. And so the choice that you're making is not from ego, but it's from a higher perspective or an awakened perspective, spiritual perspective, to where, the decision that you make, if you have a family, for example, you have to take their needs into account when you're making that decision about what your future is going to be. But this is clearly, I think, about future opportunity and the readiness that you have for that with both Vunio and the joy you feel at okay, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go and create my new future. And the fellowship involving your family and your extended family, and everybody's happy for you. And then again, you've built your skill set along the way. And I think that may be more what Fortuna Major is talking about Fortuna Minor rather is talking about. And then you're ready to move on into a new future. So think about this, today through, until Monday when we meet again, and, see if there's something like that that's happening for you. And if it is, remember to kind of turn off the emotion of it, because there's details now to think about, especially if it means that you're going to move to a new location. You've got to deal with getting moved and where you're moving, and there's just all these things you got to think about that you have to confront. And who knows, maybe you have more than one opportunity. Maybe you've received job offers from more than one company, and so you have to weigh it all out and decide what's going to be your best choice going forward. So, let me go ahead and do the esoteric influences for today. You're on the precipice of new experiences, and you're ready to manifest that opportunity in a positive way. Oh, how about that? However, your moods or past wounds may find their way to the surface, and outbursts may be possible. Remember that staying present in the moment may help you keep your wild side in check. Although not all decisions you make guarantee success, persevering against opposition and calmly accepting change is better than becoming obsessed or taking unnecessary risks. Nor will the indiscriminate use of power get you where you need to go. So I guess that kind of lines up a little bit anyway with the reading for today. It's kind of interesting that it did that without reading it first. All I did was copy and paste it off my blog to my little post-it note here on the screen, so I'd have it ready to go. Interesting. I love when that happens, though, don't you? When it's just sort of all dovetails, you're like, ooh. Anyway, thanks you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and putting up with my plague-ridden whatever. And hopefully next Monday I'll be back to normal. And I believe, isn't next Monday Samhain, isn't it? Let me pull this up here. Yeah, it is. It's Samhain, or Halloween. And so, do what you do on that day. I'm going to do what I do on that day. And, God, I'm thinking candy corn, and I'm already getting a headache just thinking about it. I can't, I used to eat that stuff. I don't anymore. It's just, oh my God, some people love it, but it's just too much sugar. I don't know. Anyhow, thanks for watching, and have a good weekend, and be good to yourself, be good to one another, and blessed be.